will now play Stronghold 2, the Steam edition. So I took a break from playing Heroes of Might and Magic 7 and I said I played another interesting historical game, Stronghold 2. So Stronghold 2 has been out for some time, but this is the Steam edition, so it's got some features, especially the achievements. I never played it so far. I only ever played the first mission on the older ones, so I was really excited to get the Steam edition because I thought the achievements could keep me motivated to keep on playing to the end. So let's see now. We'll play it together from the beginning. Okay, so let's play the tutorial.
Welcome to Stronghold 2, my lord. Our simple tutorial will teach you the basics of building your first castle.
I like the music. I know that in this castle they're gonna have feasts. That's fun.
In the center of the screen is your keep, the most important building in your castle. In times to come, it will be at the center of some great battles and splendid feasts. First of all, however, let's learn how to control the camera and move about your lands. You move... Good! Rotating the camera is great for getting just the right view of your castle. Holding down the mouse wheel and moving your mouse to the left or right will rotate your view, as will using the Q and E keys. Try rotating the view now. Great! You can also zoom the view in and out. To do this, spin the mouse wheel forwards or backwards, or use the R and F keys. Try this now. Good! Architect view shows your castle from directly above. This is great for laying out your castle walls and spotting breaches in your defenses. It is activated by pressing the spacebar. Try it now. Good! Now press the spacebar again to return to the normal view. Now that you are familiar with moving about your lands, it's time to get to work building up your castle. To store wood, stone and many other vital resources, every castle needs a stockpile. Left-click on the stockpile icon to select it as the current building to be placed.
The stockpile here looks exactly like the one in Stronghold.
Now find a flat piece of land where you would like to place the stockpile. Move your mouse over the main screen until your stockpile appears. Then left-click to place it.
That's pretty detailed. That's good. See the old, I don't know what this is, 2D, 3D graphics. They used to have this and everything in the 2000s. Okay, so they have a door, so let's put this here.
Now that you have a stockpile, you will also need to place a granary to feed your peasants. Left-click on the granary building and move your mouse pointer over the main screen until the granary appears. Then left-click to place it. Well done, my liege. You now have the foundation of your castle economy. I have had some wood and stone placed in your stockpile and some meat delivered to your granary. If you look at the front of your keep, you will see a campfire. This is where your peasants will gather to wait for a job in the castle.
I like the little overlays. So you go down here and the roof disappears and you can see your resources. Always like this about Stronghold.
If we wish to attract peasants to the castle, we need our vital popularity rating to be high. With popularity over 50, peasants will come to the castle and we can expand our operations. Once it is below 50, however, they will start to leave and our economy will suffer. Making changes to the tax rate and food rationing are just two of the ways of manipulating our popularity rating. For more information on the castle, try left-clicking on the reports book.
Okay, nice castle. See the coat of arms. And then this is the Lord's chair. And then the chairs of his friends, I think. And I know they're gonna have feasts here at some point.
The currently selected report is the popularity report. This shows all of the factors affecting popularity. The large number indicates how your popularity will change in the coming month. Now click the right mouse button to close the reports panel. In order to keep your peasants happy, you must provide them with food. It's time to get some of the idle peasants to work producing food. One of the quickest ways to get some food in your granary is the hunter's post. Hunters will scout out and hunt birds and animals for meat. To build hunters' huts, switch to the food panel. Apple.
Oh, they also hunt birds.
Now, choose the hunter's hut.
So I think they can hunt these ones, the seagulls. Let's see.
Good. Now place 4 hunters' huts. Then click on the right mouse button to close the build panel.
I want to see if they hunt these seagulls, because I know they're going to be hunting the deer.
Very good. For each hunter's hut you placed, a peasant from the keep will change into a hunter and hunt food, which will then be delivered to the granary. Our food stocks will soon start to grow.
Right, so let's see here. I've always liked this about Stronghold, that they start off from this little fire and your peasants become workers starting from here. Oh, they're not hunting the seagulls, but they're hunting something else here. Some, I don't know what these are. Are they look good?
Now we have more food coming in, let's use it to boost our popularity rating. Left-click on the granary building you placed earlier to bring up the granary panel and change your ration level. Good. Now left-click on the plate with all the food on it to increase the peasant's ration level to extra.
Okay.
Well done, my liege. Due to your generous rationing, we are now gaining a big bonus to castle popularity each month. The downside to this is that the peasants are consuming food more quickly than they were before. The bar at the bottom of the panel will show you the rate at which a unit of food is consumed. Or you can simply see the units of food disappear from your granary on the map.
Okay.
Now, if you would, please click on the More Information icon on the granary panel. This panel shows exactly how much food we have remaining.
That's nice. So, this little thing is a slab of meat and they put them up in trees, or... Oh, look how they fell off. I've always loved this about Stronghold. How you can see these resources just piling up. It looks so good, feels so natural. Look at the dogs bringing in some meat from the birds. That's fun. Wonderful music, hunting, nice colors, the Middle Ages. Beautiful. Or no, this is Dark Ages.
It also allows you to set what food types the peasants are allowed to eat.
Okay.
As you can see, the peasants have enough food to last them for quite a while.
Has them for 23 months. That's good.
Somewhat disappointingly, however, we only have one type of food coming in. Feeding our peasants multiple food types would provide my lord with a small amount of honor.
Ooh.
Honor is a most valuable asset to any castle, and once acquired can be spent on many important things, such as taking a promotion, buying estates, and creating our own knights. Let's build some apple orchards so that the peasants will be able to eat a diet of both apples and meat. This will start to bring some honor into the castle.
Okay.
A slight problem. Look at the stockpile. There is very little wood available to build the apple orchards. We need to place some saw pits to bring in some wood. To build some saw pits, click on the industry panel. Hammer. Now, click on the saw pit icon. Finally, sire, place 4 saw pits close to the trees.
Okay. So this is the end. Okay. Oh shit.
Excellent! 4 of our peasants will soon change into woodcutters and proceed to gather wood. Let's sit back and watch our woodcutters gather wood until we have enough wood stored to place our orchards.
Alright, so let's sit back and watch. They got carriages and carts, so this is good. Oh, wood carts. So sophisticated. Because in Stronghold 2, sorry, in Stronghold 1, they would just go, log everything off, and carry it on their shoulders. Now they're sophisticated. I think when this game came out in the 2000s, the graphics must have been pretty impressive. Oh look, this is the Lord. Oh, he looks good from up close. Ah, that's nice. He's just enjoying his realm. And this is the area of influence, similar to the Hero series. We have realms and an influence, but they count for much more here because you can only build realms that you control. Look at the wood gathering. Just slabbing on.
Oh, I've spotted another problem, my liege. We now have enough wood to build the orchards, but no peasants left to work them. In order to attract new peasants to the castle, they will need a place to live. Let's increase our population capacity by building an extra hovel. Click on the civilian menu, House. Now choose the hovel icon and place a hovel.
Okay. Let's just put this here.
Good. Now more peasants will soon arrive and make their way to the campfire. Each hovel provides space for 8 peasants, and as long as our popularity stays high, the more hovels we build, the more peasants will come to the castle. Okay, now we can build those orchards. Please click on the food panel icon.
They're just spawning from the house. Okay.
Now choose the apple orchard from the menu. Now place 3 orchards. A good idea, my liege, is to build them close to the granary. That way the farmers will be able to deliver the apples far more quickly.
Okay. So 3 orchards it is.
Good! Now the peasants are eating both apples and meat. You will receive a small bonus to your honor each month that your peasants eat multiple food types. Our current honor levels can be seen on the menu bar, and any honor gained is shown as a crown floating above the granary.
They actually look pretty good. The apples look good, at least good enough to distinguish them as different resources, and I like the colors. And look, the peasants are here planting trees. It's actually an okay looking game if you're really into medieval games. Shouldn't bother.
Now, let's generate some money to finance the expansion of our castle by taxing our peasants. First, we must place a treasury. Click on the civilian tab, then on the treasury icon. Here's the treasury.
Here's the treasury. Sounded so
Good.
happy.
Now let's place it on the map.
Alright, so do we need to guard it? I just place, okay.
Now, left click on the treasury to bring up the treasury screen.
Okay. I have a beach treasury.
Currently, taxes are set to low. We are receiving some money from the peasants each month, but this is generating negative popularity. Peasants never seem to grasp the value of taxes.
No, they want to keep it all for themselves.
We can increase the tax rate by clicking on the bag of coins icon. This will bring in more money for each peasant we have, but castle popularity will take a bigger negative hit each time we increase them. Click on the full bag of coins icon to change the tax rate to normal. A good way to increase popularity in times of trouble is to give some money back to the peasants. Clicking on the empty bag icon will first decrease taxes and then start to give our money away. I personally find this course of action most distressing.
Of course. You're the advisor. You gotta get money from somewhere, right?
Now that the economy is up and running, my lord, we should focus on creating some men-at-arms. First, we will need an armory to store our weapons.
Alright.
To build an armory, click on the military panel.
Okay.
Now, click on the armory icon and place an armory.
So, I know these ones need to be close to the place where the bow makers will be, so some are centrally located, and then the bow makers need to be close to the castle. Oh, the stockpile at least. Oh, I won't mount it for the tutorial, but in other levels I have to lay this more carefully for efficiency.
Good! I have added some spears into the armory.
Okay, so these are the spears. Okay.
In order to build troops, you will need a barracks, so place one now.
Okay. So let's place it close to the front line.
Excellent. Now we are ready to create some troops. Left-click on the barracks to bring up the barracks panel. At the moment, we have the resources to raise two different troop types. An armed peasant, which requires only a little gold to train, and a spearman who needs both gold and a spear. Click on the spearman icon 4 times. This will create 4 spearmen who will form up at the barracks.
Okay, let's see them transform.
You can create troops as long as you have the required weapons, gold, and have free peasants available. Maybe now we should get the troops into action. To select a single unit, merely left-click on him. He will greet you and wait for your commands. To select multiple units, press and hold down the left mouse button and drag the mouse to create a box. Any units caught inside the box will be selected. My liege, why don't you try and drag a box around your spearmen now?
Okay. Oh, really? Did we get that close?
Yes! To move the spearmen, left-click on the ground where you would like them to move to. For now, we need to move the soldiers to the red flag near the bridge.
Okay, so let's stay.
Spurs forward!
We got a little coat of arms.
Now, with your units still selected, scroll slightly to the north of your current position. You will find a small bandit camp currently being guarded by some rogue bandits. Move your mouse over the bandits until your mouse cursor turns red. This is the attack cursor. Once the cursor turns red, left-click on the bandits, and your spearmen will charge towards them and battle will commence.
Well, I don't think they'll win. Those bandits are pretty tough. No, they only asked to make 4, so we'll try. They got swords.
Spears! Oh!
Oh. They actually defeated them.
What's our mission?
Now, I would advise that we destroy the bandit camp to stop any more cursed bandits from posing a threat to our castle. Select your spearman and move your cursor over the bandit camp until the camp turns red. Now, left-click on the camp and our spearman will attack.
Well, it actually works with the right click, but it's okay.
Excellent! With the bandits out of the way, commerce is free to flourish. Now is a good time to use some of your newly gained honor to purchase a second estate for us. Scroll north until you find the estate with the green arrow pointing to the flag at the estate center. Then left-click on the estate center to open the estate panel.
Choose the set.
Left-click on the Buy Estate button to purchase the estate. That's great news, sire. We now own this village and all the lands around it. This community produces apples, and will send any excess apples they produce by cart to our castle's granary. To see all the estates we own, click on the estate button to the left of the radar map. The red estates are yours. Now, let's see what we need to do to complete a mission. To see what the objectives of a mission are, click on the briefing button. As you can see, the win objective for this tutorial is to buy 2 estates. You lose the mission if the Lord dies. Now return to the game by clicking on the right arrow at the bottom of the briefing screen. Congratulations, my liege! You now know enough about castle building to try one of Stronghold 2's main campaigns. Would you care to do that now? Or would you like to continue in these lands for a while longer?
Okay, so let's buy the second estate.
Remember, to win this mission, you must raise enough honor to buy a second estate. To quit the mission at any time, click on the menu button at the top of the screen and choose Quit. Good luck, my lord.
Okay. Also it costs 100 honor. Okay. So that's it. That was quick. Awesome. Satisfying. Good. So let's customize here and then get into the peaceful campaign. Yeah. Sort of peaceful. Less fighting than the other one, a bit more peaceful. So, the path of peace. I like this image. We have the sheep here, and the little sheep, and wheat, and wood, and flour, I think, and the bear. He's taking the bear to the castle. Alright, so I want the gentle game. Okay. Okay. Let's play the campaign. I love this image, how they are feasting there and being happy.
I'm sending you on an errand right to the edge of our territory. The 3 lords I have dispatched here have done little to alleviate the many problems beset on these lands.
Just so we are clear, next time I catch you withholding money, I will be cooking more than your books.
I have not heard from Sir Edwin in a while, but sources inform me that he has taken to extorting money from the peasantry. Sir Grey spends most of his time sleeping.
Sleeping.
What was that you say? Oh.
And as for Sir William, when he is not away on some crusade or other, he spends most of his time in the capital courting Lady Seren. I can only hope that you can do something here to turn this county around and provide a profit for the royal treasury. For many a year, ships have fallen foul to the treacherous waters along this coastline. Your first task will be to build a warning beacon to help prevent any further shipwrecks. I am assigning Tom Simpkins to you, my trusted scribe. He will help you on your way.
Oh, the scribe has a name. Oh. Okay. Okay. Right, so in this game you really need to be careful when expanding, because if they eat more than you're producing, you can get to a point where there's nothing that you can do unless you got a good amount of gold stockpile to buy some food for a crisis. Stockpile more apples. Oh, goddamn bush is good. Yes, I like these new tutorials. So, based on the castle size, you can have more people to feast with, more guests. Wow. I got it.
Greetings, my lord. My name is Simpkins. Welcome to your new castle.
Alright, let's change the resolution. Okay. Can we go down here? No, that's fine. Okay, so we will expand, so I think the whole campaign is done on this
Your
map.
popularity is falling. My liege, I have assigned some monks to work on the beacon. They will take the wood they need from our stockpile.
Okay. Good for them. Okay. Oh, we can only do apple cultivation, no hunting. Okay, well not in this mission at least.
Our food stocks are dwindling, my liege.
Oh, just 9 apples. So basically I got screwed on this one. I need to start with the loggers.
I'm sending you on an errand. Your first task will be to build...
Because I used up all the wood.
Greetings, my lord. My name is Simpkins. Welcome to your new castle. My liege, I have assigned some monks to work on the beacon. They will take the wood they need from our stockpile.
The monks sabotaging me. Okay.
Your popularity is rising.
Okay, so let's do this. Okay. Now it's done well. Oh, so this is the Lord's little stronghold. He's got a floor and a fire, and he's got a table. Pretty poor Lord. Oh, he's got a platform and a tower, so yeah, that's good. Oh look, he can afford that plate mail. I think it's more valuable than his whole little estate. Okay, so the monks just keep on building there. They just need to be supplied with some wood. Oh look, trade ship. Oh, pikeman. And he's got a merchant. Ooh, a lot of goods there. He's just gonna crash and give us the goods. No, I'm glad I see some goods. Some ships, I'm sorry, in Stronghold. Okay. These crash ships look good. Oh no. Oh no.
My word, yet another ship has run ashore. We must finish that beacon soon before any more lives are lost.
Okay, now I feel guilty. I'm sorry.
Our food stocks are dwindling, my liege.
Well, they seem to be carrying just wood and stone now. They have new barrels. Okay. We'll need more apple growers here. The briefing said to have at least 4 of them. I'm not gonna build too many of them because the granary can really get crowded, and then there's nothing to do with it once it gets crowded except to sell, and you need to be able to build a market, and I can't on this level, so let's just keep it like this. The monks will have enough wood for reparations, and all is well.
Granary stocks are very low, sire.
Oh, it's getting better. I like the music, the theme songs. Oh look.
Game saved.
It's important how you build in the campaign because all the other missions will continue from here. And things happen, like one of your villages gets destroyed. You need to rely on how you built everything else. So, if I remember correctly from my playthrough a few years ago, this one gets destroyed and then they have to move here or here. Well, it's a big map. It's nice. Okay, so 30%. Okay, so I just need to wait for them to finish that and then accumulate the apples. Oh, what is this little lock?
The people love you, my lord.
Oh, that's great. Do they love me? Oh, shit. Will we start raising some taxes soon?
Extra rations, lovely.
No? No? No treasure yet?
Normal rations.
Well, we have 4 orchards now, so it should work more quickly. It's not done yet. Okay, so should I try speeding it up? Or Is this enough? I'll just leave it like this because I don't know what other buildings the next level will bring and it might get crowded. I might need to put in some dairies here or something else. So we'll just wait. Let's scout a bit. So it's a good hunting place. Lots of wolves. Oh, just standing around there close to the village. Hey, nice doggies. Big packs. Oh, what's wrong with these people? Oh, the wolves are eating them. So will this be my nemesis here? Might be. Oh no, it's Edwin, nobleman who is extorting the peasants. And who is this guy? Survey, is he the one who always sleeps? Yeah, I think so. Oh, he's got a big fortress though. And then there was another one mentioned. Oh, lots of bandits here. Oh, that's not good. They're so close to us. It's not safe. And this should be just done. Just needs one more plank of timber. It should be done.
Excellent work. You have no idea how much this means to the economy of our country. Now you have safeguarded our shipping lines and I can move you on to nobler duties.
The beacon is finished and alight, sire.
That's awesome. Let's move to nobler ones.
The season of knighting is fast approaching. I would like to knight you, but first you must learn to live like a lord. Tom Simpkins will teach you all that you need to know.
Live like a lord. He's going to teach me that. He's just a peasant. Oh yes. This is where the feasting starts. So we need to get piglets and we need to get vegetables. This is where the feasting starts. It's really fun. They feast and they're so happy. So pigs and vegetables. I gotta remember that since there are more food types and some of them need big buildings. So I got mixed up in them a bit and fill the space. So there's the vegetable garden and this is the pig farm. I know But soon enough they'll also have eel pools. So they have little pools where people just sit around and fish for them. Okay. So let's see.
Game saved. My liege, why not build a kitchen? Holding feast in the hall will greatly improve your honor.
Okay, so how should I put this? Maybe here. So I need more people for that.
The cook informs me that the pantry... A simple way to bring honor to the castle would be to feed the peasants well. Placing a hunter's post or two would bring much needed variety to their meager diet.
Okay then. I thought I wanted to say something more, but that's it. That's fine. Okay, so I want to have some constant meat coming in, just so that I can keep the honor going, and the happiness bonus, or just the honor bonus. Oh, look.
The good weather has led to a bumper harvest, my lord. We can soon expect to see our farmers delivering extra crops.
That's great. That's great, so... Okay, so now let's put up some... So, put up a vegetable farm and a pig farm. So can these ones not be turned around? Okay. Okay. Still need more people. Okay. They're just going in through the stockpile. Oh, just went through the fire. Fine enough. We didn't have very advanced effects back then. Oh, look. I like the plants on the building. The little details. This is what makes the game have a soul. Okay, so when is the next feast? Oh, no, we need something. So they should have some workers here. No, so I think these are the cooks. Alright, so it's planting some, I don't know, cabbages. Look at them grow. Look at those textures. And the pigs. Does he need anything? Oh, look at the little piglet. That's one. This one. Going there, around the apple trees. For the hens. Yeah, so you going. You bring the pig in. No? There's a stockpile here, but where is it? I want to see it. Sounded like you put something in a jar. So we have one guess. And some on it. The music is so relaxing. It's fun to see those people bringing carts of wood. And at some point we'll have bowmen, so the bow makers will consume a lot of this wood. Oh, that's the pantry now, it shows. Oh no? Oh yeah, I think this is the pantry. There's one piglet store there, and this is where they're cooking it. I love that it shows it in detail. So one guy roasts the pig is bigger than the guy, and then this lady works here, and they should do vegetables with this work, and this guy does cutting here. That's fine, I think they got 4 employees in the kitchen. So our realm is growing well. Everything is fine without anything being out of balance. Oh look, we're bringing in a little vegetable basket. And here they are. Vegetables. Carrots. I don't know what the rest are. Some greens. Oh, cabbage. Doesn't look like cabbage to me in the basket, but anyway. I like economic games, so I like these little resources, how they're made, like the pigs and the cabbage and the wood, everything. I like depictions of resources and stockpiling and abundance. Look at the pigs.
The feast has brought valuable honor to our castle, my lord. If we can continue these feasts, the king will surely see fit to knight you.
Oh, that's fine. Distractors from the first stronghold. Okay, so one pig farmer and one vegetable grower are actually quite enough for this type of settlement. When I played Stronghold before, I used to rush things a bit, so I'd build a lot of them and then have an excess of something. So I got a lot of wood now, but I'll keep building with this at the next stage. And then the granary has a lot of food, but if I give them double rations, it changes. And then as more people come to the castle, they will eat a lot more. So we might actually start to diminish this stock. Okay, so want to see the feast. Want to see the guests coming in. I love this song. Now look at all those wolves just outside of my road. They'll kill anything now. So many birds here. Oh. Exactly. They're shooting the flock. barely in the middle. We need to cover a long distance. Oh look, so this is the feast. This is the Lord, and two ladies came to visit him. Not a happy Lord. Two ladies came to visit him at the same time, and he's sitting in the middle. Well, when I played before, there was just this one guy, one guest. There was just this old man that kept coming in. So I said, fair enough. Feast with your elder. Feast with your grandpa from another realm. Oh, look at the plateau being brought there. That's fun. So they got some pig and some vegetables. And they're belching, that's wonderful. And spitting. Well, in time, their diet will be more varied. They also have eels and I think wine. So you have to be really patient in this game and wait for everything. I just played Hero 7 before this, and the game was a lot more fast-paced even though it's turn-based. Because you just keep doing something, fighting, upgrading your hero, exploring, checking out your castle and upgrading and recruiting. This one is a lot more slow-paced. You just need to do everything and wait, or you can speed it up by building in more of these buildings. But if you do that, then you might have an unbalanced economy and forget about them, and then you'll have a lot of some resources and none of the others. I'll just speed it up now because we can eventually sell it. Sell all the stuff. What happens is I build 2 of these buildings each, and then I need a lot more people. And the people put pressure on the food and just keeps going like that. Oh yeah, so this is the maximum number that can be done in this hold, a feast for 3 people. And I need y'all later on to recruit some soldiers. I think we need honor for everything except for spearmen and peasants and maybe archers. So the second farm will not start yet before the first farm has already delivered, but at least it gives us something to do while waiting. Cool. Second stockpile. Can be built anywhere? Or at least it can be built close. Doesn't need to be adjacent anymore. So now we're stockpiling vegetables and pig. But I like the fact that they added some new resources over the Stronghold one. That was a really good game for its time. I first had a demo of it It seemed incredible at the time. Really detailed economy and military and sieges. It's fun to play now too if you can stand the older graphics, but it's got a completely different interface. It's similar to this one. These old games have interfaces that won't seem very friendly to more recent players. Alright, so we just need to wait for the vegetables to come in and that's it. It's free in that one. That's the rank. And so our meat production isn't really very efficient at all, or the food is just getting consumed faster than the huntsmen and dogs can bring it back. But we'll have a lot of food for the feast. Alright. So now he invited a lord and a lady. Still sitting in the middle. The lady story, what can you say? Well, I can stop the kitchens for a while. Just so we can stockpile the vegetables. But I think the second garden should do the trick. Oh, so now I get it. The pig farms are a bit closer. So I think that's why we always have more piglets than we have vegetables. And those should be all the objectives. That's it. So I'm going to end the mission. It's a stone. Good stone deposit.
Well done indeed. You have proved yourself most honorable. Arise, Sir Knight.
That's great. So am I going to be a knight now? Oh, Lord Lover. Achievement. Steam achievement. That's good.
Now you are a knight, I am giving you a second estate to control. You will find a ruined castle there. I wish you to restore it to its former glory and move in as soon as you can.
Okay. Alright. So now I need to build wells. I don't know if it's just for now or for the whole game. So fires are really bad in this game. If they start and if you have buildings close to each other, they'll just spread and there's nothing you can do. If it's just one, yes, they'll put it out. If it's everything, no. Okay, so no more these ones. This is new.
The recent hot summers have left the ground parched and made the vegetation brittle. I advise that we protect ourselves against fire and make haste with our relocation. A horse and cart will deliver any stone we produce.
We now own the neighboring estate. The monks there will help us rebuild the ruined castle, but we must provide them with the stone they need. Once we have stone in our stockpile, we can send it to them using a carter's post.
Okay, so I'll just save here and stop here for the moment.
Game saved.
Thank you very much for watching. This is Angelo. Have fun and happy gaming.